Well, they are looking at the performance of the government that they are leading for the past 24 years. ANC SG Ace Magashule basically said that they acknowledge that they have not implemented their own resolutions and there's not been service delivery at the pace that they would like to be. But now they are enthusiastic that they will be fast-tracking that implementation of services to the people of South Africa, and also trying to improve the state of the economy and how sluggish that it's been. They've also hailed the President of the Republic, Cyril Ramaphosa, for getting the investment that he's gotten into the country thus far, over 1.8 billion rands into the country through investments over the past 6 or 7 months that he has been at the helm of the country. So they are also looking at the performance of state-owned enterprises, and also trying to look at ways that the ANC can ask government to come in and cushion the poor from the increase of the value-added tax and the frequent fuel price increases that we've been seeing in the past 3 months in the country.
One assumes that front and centre in terms of state-owned enterprises will be a discussion, a robust discussion, Samkele, on the crisis that has beset Eskom.
Yes, indeed, Eskom will be discussed. You'd understand that the Lekgotla compromises of every government minister that's there deployed by the ANC. Some premiers are also here, and some MECs of various provinces, and most mayors are also here. I've seen the president of Salga, also Park Stow, is here. They'll be looking at stabilizing the measures that have been put in stabilizing Eskom, especially with the protracted wage negotiations that have been ongoing at Eskom with the unions there. Solidarity, the NUM and NUMSA, so they'll be also looking at that, and also be looking at how Eskom can be better improved. We've seen reports, particularly last week in newspapers where and online, where the ANC's Treasurer General Paul Mashatile there, rather, I'm remembering the former Treasurer General Paul Mashatile there, where he said that perhaps Eskom should be unbundled and a part of it should be privatized. So there's been some backlash on that from some ANC quarters. So some saying that Eskom must be privatized, partially privatized. Others saying Eskom must remain a state-owned enterprise, purely owned by the government of the day through state-owned enterprises and through the Public Enterprises Ministry. So that debate will also be ongoing. And also the independent power producers that have been signed by the Minister of Energy, Jeff Radebe, the ANC Lekgotla will also look at that and how that will further improve the South African economy. Remember that apart from the investments that have been signed by the President of the Republic, Cyril Ramaphosa, some of them did include renewable energies. You remember that there's been that debate that's also been ongoing about the nuclear deal with the Russians. You remember the press conference held by the President of the Republic, particularly after the BRICS summit, where he did confirm that Vladimir Putin, the President of Russia, did raise the issue of the agreement South Africa has with Russia on the nuclear build project, saying that the South African economy currently can't sustain and can't maintain a financial magnitude of the nuclear deal that may be proposed, or that has been proposed and signed by the former President of the Republic, President Jacob Zuma. So they are saying they're not yet ready for that, but those issues may also come up about the outcomes of the BRICS summit that was held in Sandton. But more importantly, issues that are affecting the poor and the working class, such as the recent fuel price increases that have seen many quarters within society complaining that they can no longer afford fuel with these rampant and frequent fuel price increases. The ANC is saying that they'll be looking onto that and how the poor can be cushioned along with those who are predominantly working class and not rich.